Are you using,
My,
where do you want the
Send this-
microphone?
well, if Sheldon needs it for what he wants to do, we can move it back and forth.
Okay.
I think the box was this.
Okay. I'll take care of this.
That we were gonna do.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Still a few things to work out, but.
I'll throw it over, up on my overhead where I can see.
Yes, there we go.
Oh, good, that's great.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Okay, well, no, absolutely. You're gonna be at Bobby's.
That's what you said, I'll be there.
I'll make it homemade rolls.
Come by.
Come by,
Okay.
do what?
I gotta pick up and check in his office.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on.
What? That's not real close. Well, your office and my house aren't close to each other.
I'll drive. We can fly if we have to. We know where you live.
No, I'm just saying.
like,
You know, I'm saying.
Bye, sweetie. Are we live now?
Yes, you are.
We can talk and everything?
Yes, video is on and let me make sure audio is. Yes, you are live to go.
Is everybody ready?
Are you good at public access or?
Call the November 25th meeting of the Henry County Memorial Park Board to order. Could we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and would you like to lead us in that, Kate?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just thank you, Lord, for all the people that's gathered here tonight. Just thank you for blessing them and just blessing our decisions, helping us give us wisdom in our decisions and our discussions this evening. And I thank you for blessing the park, the county, and just thank the Lord in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes of the previous meeting? If so, I'll take a motion to approve those.
Make a motion to approve the previous meeting minutes.
I have a second.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. We are up to the superintendent's report.
Hey guys, I got a big one. I'm going to try and knock them out as quickly as possible. If you have questions, just let me know. If I'm adding too much to this, just let me know. So, about 2 weeks ago, electricity went out in the northern part of the park. We thought we were going to have to go to Dietz, sorry. Ended up not having to. We found the problem. It just took a couple days. Electricity's back online. While doing that, though, the grounds crew was also able to get the power on for the island as well, back up and running. They're going to put lights down there and put the nativity scene down there as well. Grounds crew also cleared off the island and in the process have been repairing the structure, like the gazebo on it. There's still a little small portion of it that needs fixed, but they're getting on that after the Christmas event that's coming up. I made a to-do list of requirement for maintenance to adopt a monument. I was going to cycle it at first, but I ended up they're going to stick with the 2 or 3 monuments that I've given them. They didn't want it to be switched on them and then basically be responsible for the last person if they had left a mess. And also some of them are kind of like Richard, he wants to keep the Four War Memorial because his family's on it. So he just really, and there's a couple of people like that with their specific monuments. So they're just going to stick with those monuments, and I'll make sure that they keep up on that. I've already checked it a couple times and had them make corrections if needed be. With the help of grounds crew and Tom Green, we were able to put the aerators in the water before it got too cold, at least the ones that we had available. So all the pavement jobs that were planned for this year have been done. And I am trying to find new ways to repave the roads in the future. I have some leads like the community crossing matching grants, and I've also been looking into, give me 1 second. Found another grant that I'm looking into as well. The community development block grant as well. I also recently, I think it was 2 weeks ago now, went to a Parks and Rec convention where I found a lot of helpful information, including the community crossings matching grants. That's how I figured out about that one and started looking into more grants that could help us with roads and construction in the future. As well as that, I found Prairie Creek Docks and also a couple other reservation sites that can just, I guess, different links that can help us in the future with projects that we want to do in the park. Park maps, once again, are done. I just wanted to draw attention to that because I finally got you copies of it, everybody on the board. So we got a boom lift and did many different things, like we changed and repaired lights. We took down a tree that was going to fall or could have fell potentially on Cheshire since it was dead and pointed right at it. And yeah, mostly that. That's really all we got to. We rented it for 2 days, and yeah. Timer lights for the Smith Building have been fixed. Dusk to dawn lights throughout the park have been replaced, and most are now going off on and off when they should. I did end up buying new light fixtures because some of those are really not in the greatest condition, and I think that we're going to replace those and then put new dusk to dawn lights in them, so that'll no longer be an issue. I wanted to take a second to brag about the maintenance crew though, because they've been decorating the different shelters and they've also been donating a lot of their own lights and decorations to the park. Like I've tried to talk them out of it. Like I've offered to pay for it myself. I've offered for the park to pay for it, try to find a way that way, but they just want the park to look good. And I've had other community members do the same. I'm really proud to have such a good maintenance crew and staff. And as well as that, they've just been going above and beyond. There's stuff that they find that I don't have to tell them about that they go and fix because they think it doesn't look good or because stuff is in disrepair. So they've been doing awesome. Came up with different days for the holidays for next year. For two of our bigger events, the Christmas event for next year and also the Fall Fest for next year. We're planning on Christmas movie. I'll get back to you on the December 5th one. Either way, or she can talk about it in her report. But we chose 2 weekends because we didn't want to clash with other people's things that are going on in their weekends, and I want to check their calendar. I found out that there's like a Hoops for Hoosier or Henry County or something like that has a calendar that has a lot of the different dates for events that are going on in town. So I'll double check with them and see if any other big events fall in line with ours. But yeah, I was just trying to be less clashing with other events that are going on in town at the same time. EDC.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yep. And then I had a meeting with the Henry County Community Foundation, just getting more information from them. I went to the Morning Optimist Club with Sheldon and met with members of the community. Had a meeting with Active, which is an alternative reservation site. People probably know them better as Reserve America. I did do some research of my own after the meeting very recently, and Reserve America has so-so reviews, so I'll look into it more myself. But there's also another one that I was looking into as well called Rec Desk that I'll give a call and see if they can go relatively same to ours as well. But yeah, and I'll also talk to Civic Rec some more too. I just want to make sure that we're getting the best option, if it is even at all possible to switch. So oh yeah, and I've already talked about that. So pass it to the secretary's report.
Oh, thanks. You mean the one you typed up? I figured you would speak for me. So overall, everything been happening in the office. Right now it's kind of the slow time, so I decided to move my desk away from the window so I wouldn't freeze when the snow hit the other day. I have been catching up on filing paperwork from January to current because that kind of took a backseat to all of everything that was happening at that time. So I'm now reorganizing the office space, making it more friendly or in that office with more space. We're still trying to coordinate dates. And I think I put the potential dates on there. The reason why there are 2 dates for October and December, because we were looking at the potential dates. Actually, December 5th, I was just asked today, Terry, I don't remember what the Christmas movie was called, where they did yes, so I was contacted late last night, early today. They want to do their movie premiere in the Smith Building. So, and I believe it happens on, I believe that date is the 5th. I can double check on my phone. But anyway, I told them that we would mention it to the park board and see if that would be something that you guys would like to use, since they did use the parking lot in the Smith Building for it. And Kate and I discussed it today, and we both feel like that would be a really nice thing to have in the Smith Building. I don't know that we've had anything like that before, but I feel like it would bring a lot of people to the park. But anyway, I think that's the 5th. I'll double check the date on there. Let's see. I have been helping Goose over here get acclimated into the office. So, yeah, talk to me, Goose. So, like, so, but he's doing very well. He has gotten a lot of compliments throughout the community. He is, everyone has been speaking very highly. We've been getting a lot of compliments about the park looking great and in better condition. And, everybody seems to be very receptive to Cade so far. So you're welcome. I've been talking you up, Goose. And I think that's it for me. Was that it for me?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. Cade had to type it up for me because I was crunching numbers for Terry today.
If you guys wouldn't mind, I was also going to bring these papers around, just they're examples of the community crossings grant. I think it's one, but yeah.
For the secretary's report, are you ready for the collections and all the fun stuff? Okay. So the collections report was done. It's for October 1st to the 31st. And as you can see, the staple copy is the report that I printed off from Civic Rec. The shelter tracker, that is my own doing because Civic Rec is very not user friendly. So I double check my numbers. I'm a pen and paper girl. So as far as the collections report, the total amount collected was $3,375. That was turned into the auditor's office. And that was from reservations and firewood sales, damage deposits. There were 12 that were submitted for payment, and then 2 refunds for the month. On the stapled sheet, you'll see a separate sheet for refunds and damage deposits. And then I took to heart what Terry said, and he would like a printout of all of the claims. So I printed out all of the claims as you are all going through the receipts over there.
Everybody had a chance to look at the claims? Claim sheet. Question. Still looking at them now. Yeah, a chance to look. Why not? If it's what was some.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he looked at that one first.
I'll make a motion.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
They're turning the button on. Aye. Claims will be paid as submitted.
I did want to speak about one more thing. I forgot. So for the renting of the boom lift, it did cost $875. So that is above of, I wanted to get your guys' approval for if that was okay.
What was that amount again?
875,
That was
the boom lift.
one that you already rented.
Yes.
Well, let's not pay it. It's all about you. I don't know, you're gonna have to work it off somehow. Split some more firewood,
fair.
sell it on the side or something.
We can get that duck costume out.
I'll try to be more responsible with introducing and getting it approved at the previous one in the future. That's
As
on
long
me.
as long as you made sure that we had the money in the account where it was gonna come out of.
Yes, I did. I checked with the auditor's office and I made sure myself as well.
I'm sure you did.
Okay.
Thank you.
That works.
Yes.
It looks like we have something from Rip's report here. But that looks like an old one. And where some of it is, because some of this was from some time ago, but we don't have anybody other than this printed report, which shows some expenses. Did they submit something to us for these expenses?
So that is the new suing that they will need to do. They said that they would go half and half for the all the seating that's required, but they haven't bought anything yet. And I told them not to until I brought that to the board, basically, and basically heard what you guys thought about it. I would have to find funding in what we have already, and they want to do it December. So
Is the amount here the half or is this the full amount?
this is the full amount, then it would be halved.
Discussion?
So this is all specific to Duck Island.
Yes.
It's titled Duck Island at the top, okay. You know, we previously discussed how we were gonna take care of, oh, there you go, green light. We previously discussed in other meetings how we were gonna care for Duck Island. I think we were all in agreement as to how, how we were gonna seed it, what type of plants we were gonna put around the perimeter.
Mhm.
Something low growing that was gonna keep other seedlings from coming up and everything. So I think we've already talked through what it is we plan to do, and we just hadn't, up to this point, approved the expenditure of funds. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I think based on past conversations at previous board meetings, I think we've already agreed to the approach. I don't have an issue with the expenditure of funds to
Okay.
work to retaining the banks of Duck Island. So I'd make a motion to approve covering half of the costs identified on the report. So seed mixes, good question. Seed mixes is $241.42. The cloth is $507. And then the third point is that they will donate any additional seeds. Kathy Conway and Helen Stussy would donate those. So $748.42 split in half.
374.21.
Thank you.
So I guess the motion is to approve spending $374.21
Yes.
for half of the mixes and the cloth to cover the seed mixes on Duck Island. That will be planted and installed in December.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
I know the latter half for the folks listening or in the room. The plans, as Tom stated, they're going to install on December 8th or rain date December 9th. It does go into detail as to how often it needs to be mowed, those kind of things as far as maintenance. Is
I
that a
can-
park?
I can get them to, I think they might have already told me. I don't know specific details though. I'll get them to write that in email and send it to me though.
Okay.
Yep.
Then
And I'll forward that to the board if you'd like me to as well.
and I don't know that we need it, but
Okay.
just making sure as you build a PM schedule.
Yeah.
That you're, working those into that frequency.
Mhm.
Make sure that we're taking care of it.
So if you don't have rain, how are you going to cover watering that?
Sorry.
If we don't have rain, how are you going to cover watering the seed in?
I have a pump now that I could possibly
ya?
utilize. I've gotten acquired it recently.
Show 'em what you got.
Oh, you got a new toy. Wash down pump kit.
It's pretty freaking awesome. So I'm excited to use it. I'll probably be using it a lot. Huh? I would never do that just to use this. No, I would never pray for no rain.
So that's, I had two of those and that's a 12-volt pump system. So we can get a section of hose and put up a little cart or something together with a 12-volt battery or a battery pack. Carry that out to the island, which so far to get any water out there to water the trees, he's been swimming across with 5-gallon pails in his teeth. So,
Yeah, if you could believe it, Nancy Dietz has also been doing that. So it's been quite the Herculean feat. So
Come in, just let it go.
okay. Mr. Peckinpah, it's you.
The museum will be hosting an upcoming field day for the ham radio operators. The museum will be open 24 continuous hours. We do not see a problem with that as a board. If you do, speak now, please, so that we can come to some sort of agreement. But I don't think that having people on site is a problem, not with these folks. They're also talking about putting a permanent, otherwise temporary position, hand position in the museum and operating it out of there somewhat like they do down at the USS Indianapolis Memorial Radio Room in the State Museum. If any of you ever been down there and seen that. For the Christmas upcoming event, is there any plan to have the carriage rides or anything of that nature in the works?
The last couple of years, every time we called for the carriage rides, last year when I contacted them, they had gotten a new horse and they said they were gonna train it And then a few weeks before they canceled. So I have not contacted them.
The reason I'm asking is the museum found that when we had the carriage rides and we set up a warming station outside, that was helpful to get people into the museum. So we were kicking around the possibility of sponsoring those carriage rides as the museum. Try to raise a little money for our needs.
Do you know of somebody?
I was gonna ask for the contact information.
Yes, I have their contact information. I can share it. with you.
Can you
Yes.
text it to me?
I sure will.
Thank you. And,
It's not by chance the same ones that were in the Knights of Pythias. Did you happen to see that? There was a tandem horse drawn carriage in the Knights of Pythias Christmas parade.
I
I
don't know
who that was.
I don't know who that was. I was not at the parade. My husband was in all his big hat glory, but
saw
I was
that.
not.
I was just thinking if it happens to be somebody different. we could get
Right,
some KOP and
I can find out. I'm friends with some of the
Yeah.
people from Knights of
May
Pythias. I
give you
can
a
find out.
second option if the first.
Right. Yeah, the lady I spoke with last year, she was very, very nice. And then all of a sudden she wasn't. So I don't know. If
Okay.
I was chalking it up to a bad day, really.
Okay.
So,
Well, check with both of them and get the information to Steve and that gives him
Agree.
a choice as well.
I know it's getting down kind of short term, but
Yeah.
we give a stab at it anyway.
What's the date this year for that event?
December 13th,
13th. Okay.
get them the flyer.
And, as a note, the museum has also just recently joined the Chamber of Commerce to help our visibility in the county, hopefully more people into the park, into the museum.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. You'll have a lot of contacts there.
One other thing, thanks to Sheldon's hard work, we just got a total of $50,000 for the park lighting. And I'm sure he'll,
Especially for what, you got 250,000 for,
we got
50.
30,000 from the Community Foundation.
250.
I would have loved that. I'd be jumping up and down if we got 250. I'm sure Sheldon would too. We got 30 from the Community Foundation, 20 from the hospital. fund.
Okay, I apologize, I truly.
No problem.
250. Thank you very much.
When it comes to the amateur radio, putting a station in there, I know they've been running a more or less portable antenna out the side of the building. They managed to do that without drilling any holes in anything. There was an available hole. As a amateur radio operator myself, I know that these things can get some attraction and are places that other operators want to talk to and eventually go visit. So I think it would be a good thing.
One good thing about it too is Gene Ingram has joined our park board.
Yeah.
Of course, Gene's got tons of experience with
I
museum.
stood out there and talked to Gene the other day, when he was putting the antenna up one day, and I've known Gene for forever, and he's good to have in your organization. He's a good guy. Yeah. And there's everybody that's a member of that club. They're all top-notch people. So I think it'd be great.
When is the 24 hours that you're talking about? When are you guys doing that?
I gotta look at the schedule. I don't remember
think It may be the first weekend in December, I believe.
I think that's right.
Believe that's what it wasn't the weekend we were having the Christmas. I
Right.
know that. And I don't think after that would have been too late. So
They'll do several of these stand-up nets, few times a year. And, it's a big deal. And they can get people interested to come out. Some people will come out and just see what this is all about, what's going on. And it's a good education for people in the community as well.
The other thing is as far as I know, Smith Building is still a site for
Shelter.
shelter.
Yeah.
Because we have the shower facilities in the rest, there in the basement, so.
It is during business hours, I think is what was listed. And that was not by me. Yeah.
that might be for some shelters, but I think if it's a real big deal, it'll be. people
The,
living there.
yeah, the,
Well,
book-
and-
yeah,
and-
the booklet that came out was during business hours or whatever. it was.
There's some funny stuff going on there, but nonetheless, if it was a real problem, it's gonna get manned.
What I was going at is,
24/7, yeah.
these give us an opportunity to
Yeah.
see, okay, if we had a real situation, what could be possibly, hopefully not some of the problems, situations, whatever. What do we have to do as a museum to secure our stuff better? If we need to just secure
Right.
it better, those kinds of things. So it's gonna be a big win-win, I think, for everybody, including the counties, emergency. people.
And as far as the date, I have it written down. Jean came and told me and I,
I think it's the first week.
yeah, I thought it was actually this coming weekend, but I may be wrong.
You might be right.
Yeah,
I don't
it's,
remember. I'd have
It
to-
was, I didn't think it was Thanksgiving.
How many operators do you anticipate during the 24-hour period? I'm just
Yeah.
curious to learn more about it, and maybe afterwards you guys can
Why
tell
don't
us
you
about it.
go? There was-
I may
there
show
were
up.
when he
three
told
guys
me,
and Gene that were working on setting up,
Okay.
the antennas.
Yeah,
Preliminary
they'll
basis.
take shifts.
And where will they set up at? Is that gonna be over, on the south side where the book, shelves and everything are, or?
I'm not sure exactly inside where that's gonna be.
Well, and the only reason I ask
But
is,
it probably will be where the gift shop was, if I was guessing. That's where they
oh, okay,
were,
okay.
inside the door.
The only reason I ask is because if it becomes, like you talked about making it a more enduring thing, are you gonna establish space?
Well,
for it? That'd be interesting.
Quite frankly, stuff keeps coming in.
Yeah.
We're running out of place to store it till we get it out. It's,
Yeah.
we need, or we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna need more space somehow, just to store and display what we have. And we haven't, in my opinion, haven't really scratched the surface on what we could have. So.
No, I think that's
something
great.
We're
That's really interesting.
We're gonna be looking at.
To address the emergency shelter situation, we have available to us, I worked with emergency management. They replaced their standby emergency generator downtown, and they are holding it for us to take to the park.
Oh, okay.
So once we figure out where to install it, how to get it hooked up, we'll probably have to pour a pad probably up there on the west side of the building, and we can hook it into that. They have now have their new generator installed. It's being stored out at the fire training center until we need it. And so it's ours, it's used, but it's free. Price is right. It fits in with everything at the museum, trying to get everything we can get for nothing.
Maybe, I think we got some stuff that's actually newer.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, no, it's pretty new. It's pretty new. It's not green and it's not on wheels.
Okay. Well, we also did just get a really nice donation that included personal stationery of Saddam Hussein from one of his palaces. So, we do get some unique, other
That's,
than just green stuff every once in a while.
You know how to read it?
No.
I would.
No,
That's great.
thanks, Steve. You have anything else?
you too.
Right there.
Sheldon, you want to say anything?
A little bit. Do you have a little time?
Sure.
Okay.
Time's up.
Good news. We got enough money for our lighting project I'm gonna write proposals, request for proposals, hopefully be done. Been trying to get it done, probably by the first of next week. I got 6 contractors that I know about that I plan to send them to, and then anybody else we can find. So the process is gonna be, I'm gonna finish them up. Take a copy to Joel Harvey, make sure it's legal before we send them out. Once they're sent out, and we will establish a time to get them back to the park office. then the board would review them and hopefully could approve one, have enough money to go ahead. I realize we're going into winter, so the likelihood of it getting completed is not too good. But I want to get it tied up. The money's in the bank. I'm still doing some poll sponsorships. We've got 8 polls in this plan. That's it. We've got 5 sponsors so far. So if any of you people in the room would like to be a sponsor, get with me after the meeting and I'll put your name down and get back with you about it. But
Remind us again, Sheldon, how much you need for a poll sponsorship?
well, I'll tell you after you talk to me.
Well, there might be somebody,
Well,
Live
yeah, just
streaming
come
it.
over and talk to me and I'll tell you what we're doing. 'Cause it's a minimum and we'll take that, but there might be somebody who wants to give more, was what I found out. So, but anyway, we've got the money. And, there's thank you cards going around, for you board members and I'll sign it. One's for the Henry County Community Foundation, one's for the Hospital Foundation, and one card is for the Friends of the Park, which they've been very active and helpful. And I think they had some REMC money they were also going to give us too. So we're taking care of that. It's about all I think we need to do for the lighting project. People have been very responsive. Once they know what you're trying to do, I'm finding that, well, maybe I'm a little pushy about stuff, but you got to do that to get some money, you know. But that's been good. The other thing I have with me tonight, I'll pass it around for you to look at, is a rendition of the bridge project that Jim Ward and I have been working on, and we're going to make somewhat of a replica of the covered bridge I told you about, which was the first covered bridge in the state of Indiana that was completed. We'll do some scale of it. But anyway, we've got a set of plans that CAD drawings, so someone could do a takeoff and hopefully come up with a reasonable facsimile of a price. So once we get these, the lighting done, I'll be going around town again probably and a few other places and try to get some money started. And that's going to be down the road. I understand it's quite a bit more than what the lights would be. I know Jim Ward and Kate probably can fill us in. There were lights on the corners of the banisters for the bridge. He was getting those fixed up, repaired. So we want to get those back lighted again. So that was good. I think that's about it. Was there any questions about how this is working?
I don't have anything.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's
Great.
all right.
Need a lot more volunteers like that.
Thank you for
We
all your
appreciate
work on that, Sheldon.
Well, you're quite welcome. When you're retired, you gotta have something to do too, you know.
Go squeeze people. We appreciate you.
Duke, what do you have for us?
I'll be pretty quick here.
I might need to negotiate with Sheldon though on one of those. All right, first thing, I promised you all that you'd get notified about the public meeting for the Okra grant for Henry County Expo. And it's going to be this next Monday, December 1st, noon at the Smith Building. Thank you very much, by the way, for all your help there.
Absolutely.
And I would anticipate it'll be an hour or less. Tina Henderson, our grant administrator, pretty much runs the meeting. There might be a brief speaker or two from 4-H, and I think there's also public questions, time for that towards the end. Any questions around that? Or if everybody could be there, that'd be awesome. More
have
the
a
merrier.
I have a question.
Yes.
How many microphones do you need?
Oh, how many will we need?
Yes.
I think one will be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't be there, but Kate will be there. So that way I can leave Goose a Post-it note with how many he needs to put out.
So see Goose, probably about 11:45, we'll be there.
So this goose thing is sticking, huh? I guess. All right.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
I hope my ending's not like his. So.
Exactly.
For
Any,
clarification on the meeting, so that, you said it's an Okra meeting, it's Expo public meeting, but it's Okra
it's
focused.
for the Okra grant,
Grant,
the
yeah.
$150,000 grant, the second. go
That's
around.
is that the primary or only purpose of the meeting?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Tom, for signing the letter of support. That's very important to the grant, and it was great to get you all support for that. We are always looking for new board members, especially this time of year. So if anybody knows or would want to recommend someone for our board, we recently changed our bylaws. It was 9 board members, and I've always kind of thought up to 15. We could have 7 or we could have 15 because we're always looking to add good community people to the board. We do have electricity and lights. I don't know if you'd go out to Facebook and look at, even Mark Stronor posted, Jim Ward did these pictures at night and over Goodwin Lake and some others, or you could go to the Henry County Expo Facebook page, and it really looks nice. Jim Ward and the electrician did a fantastic job there. So we're making some steps forward. The Ready 2.0 and the water project is still pending. We really hope that gets moved forward, not only for us, but everybody there on the west side in the park also. But I just keep hearing from Corey, it's in the state's hands for approval and pending. There's nothing negative, I think, as he talked about at the last month's meeting. And that is all I have today.
What was the date of the meeting, first meeting you mentioned?
The
Okra.
December 1st,
December
next
1st,
Monday.
okay.
One thing about that, would it be helpful to, for the grant to say the kind of response we get from volunteers, hours that people actually spend for that park? We've talked about this, trying to establish, I mean, there's hours and hours, thousands of hours, if you add them all up. If that has any weight in this grant or not, I don't know that.
I don't, I think I suspect there's information like that in the grant, but it'd be good for Tina. I don't know, knowing the rubric and the points, that there's something specific for points to it, but I think it'd be great to include in the
Well,
grant.
if
I
it-
can ask Tina
If there
about that.
is, then we could establish a bunch of hours for her to put in there,
Yes, yes.
and she should put it in there.
I
If it
know
means
there's,
anything.
there's something for in-kind donations like Jim Ward and his work, but it's for the future after we get the
Oh.
grant
Okay.
on that. But great question. I'll follow up with
Yeah.
Tina, or you can be there and ask her yourself. Anything else?
What day is the first? Is that
Monday, next Monday.
Next Monday.
still Monday?
Still Monday. Earlier, we mentioned it was next Monday.
Oh, did you?
And
I missed that part. I was
Next
I was lucky to catch
Monday.
December 1st.
Yeah.
Next Monday.
December 1st. already.
Should I come and pick you up?
Well, I was actually gonna ask if it might be possible to go across the street and after the meeting and take a walk through.
If anybody would like to, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, we could certainly do that.
Depending on how much snow we have.
We've got gravel out there now, so even
Well,
if
if we get
there's,
a snow that they're
and
talking
locks
about,
on the
it could
front
be a
door,
foot,
thanks
you
to
know?
Jim Ward again, so it's a little less mud out there.
Good.
Anything else?
Nope. Thank you.
Thank you, Duke.
I got one other thing, it really doesn't involve the park board that much at this point, but I think I've talked to you before about the Goodwin Lake. I'm gonna go to commissioners one of these days again, because I went to the set before the last set and beyond. there's some things that really need to be done to that lake or you're gonna have a mess. Principal spillway itself is, the bottom of the pipe's rusted out. And if that fails, you'll have a big mess down on that horse park thing. I had at the time a price from a reliner that relines pipe, and it was still intact enough where you could actually do that without digging a big hole in the dam, and then you have a problem, you know, you're gonna have to deal with all that. Pump it completely down and try to put it back so it don't leak, or just a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't know how much the park board would actually want to get involved with this, but, and the trees need to be
I
taken
think
off.
Goodwin
the dam.
Lake's an expo problem, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Yep. It's
I had to catch him. Sorry, Sheldon. I had to catch him as he was
right now,
escaping.
right now it's in the area that the expo leases.
I don't know who's, I
Yeah.
just know that as it sits there,
Yeah,
and one day it's
it's gonna be a problem.
gonna be a big
It's a pro-
problem, and it could be.
It's a problem. We
solved.
know it's a problem and it's,
Well,
Right now, it's currently in the.
yeah. Until that gets resolved, we really can't, we don't have a direction. That being said,
back then, it was a commissioner thing.
Yeah.
That I thought,
yes,
it was their decision.
well,
I don't
I
know.
think what we can do if you want to get us further information about cost estimates, then we can all discuss what we might be able to come up with. And explain it from an engineering standpoint as to what the problem is and how to fix it. Because all those questions are gonna get asked. Whether Expo goes and talks about it, or we go and talk about it, to whoever we have to talk about it, we have to know some facts to take to them.
Yeah, well, I had all the facts once, and that, they're gone somewhere, but I don't,
Would you be willing to,
I could try to find out some stuff. I have a little problem following up with stuff, other than if I can get contacts I can talk to, I can make it work, but, I can try to get a.
If you get started,
we'll
we'll
get
work with you
serious
on it,
about
so.
I'll do it again, but if we're not, then.
Well,
I did it once.
yeah, well, that was before me, it was before Terry, it was before anybody here.
Well, oh, yeah, it was before anybody that's on the board now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was, back then, it was still.
Oh,
Anyway,
I know.
It's something you should keep in the, I understand you can't do all this stuff at once, but if that's something that needs to be seriously thought about, but the trees need to be taken off, that's a no-brainer.
Yep.
Just get a price for somebody to cut them off, leave the stumps in the dam.
Well, and it might be
stumps
that
out.
we might be able to take care of that internally, so.
Well, there's plenty of woodcutters around here, that tree guys that could give you a price for chipper and all that stuff. Get those things off the dam for one thing.
Yep.
That's number one thing. The other thing is that principal spillway needs to be fixed.
I know I've been out there with Bridget a couple times working, looking at it, so.
I'm done.
Okay. Well, if anybody knows anything about disc golf, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'm good at anything, it's being stubborn, so here I am, 2 years and change later. First, this is, my sponsor to you. I saw you throw that first one, and I was like, if you're gonna live on property, I should probably get this.
Wow.
Okay, so first things first, I'm sure some of you heard, I have at home a $10,000 check from the Henry County Community Foundation for the disc golf course. It is burning a hole in my pocket and I'm ready to spend it. Basically, where we're at right now, just a kind of a quick update, I know it's been a little bit, is we have the motion of understanding all signed between our two organizations, both not-for-profits. And part of that MOU was going to be added onto was the layout of said course. I think this is pretty much all but 2 holes of what I've walked with multiple members of the board, and it's been more or less approved. But there's probably 3 holes on there I haven't been fully approved, and there's 2 on there. I've numbered them loosely with black pen. I realize in hindsight, terrible color. Like 9, 10, 11, those at the top, those aren't exact. That's why I have those a slightly different color, because I need to go out with like, while I'm actually holding a map, go, oh, well, I'm exactly right here with GPS. So that was part I need to personally update. But more or less, that's where they're going out there. There's literally nothing out there except for some of the older trails, and I think new trail 4, 5. I have the map and I was looking at it and I forgot to write it down. Yep, 4, thank you. That was part I walked with him as well 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that. But part of that motion of understanding was to get this added on there. That way, you know, once I get it all done and approved, I'm not yelled at for putting something where it shouldn't go. And then I'm also not spent 2 years for you guys to toss a dog park in the middle of one of the holes. So I've seen it all at this point, and or pickleball courts. And we've had that conversation too. But that's kind of more or less it. I'm more than happy to go out and walk this with whomever. The only 2 that I have not actually really been more or less, hey, yeah, you can do that, are 17 and 18, bottom right 2. So bottom right, that's trail 1, basically.
Looking for 18.
18 is the
I see
very, very
17.
bottom. Yeah, 18 is gonna be.
Oh,
the front.
gotcha. Brings you back to the parking lot.
Yep, that
Okay.
gets us back up to the parking lot, and I understand that that is the
That's where the Saddle Club is.
Saddle Club, thank you. And so that is the part I need to get approved, like, hey, it's okay for us to use that edge of grass that they can't even park on because it's too steep over there.
Right.
So that is what most of that is. That 18 to get everybody back up. It doesn't have to be that long either. That was just like the max distance I would use on hole 18 if I were to use it.
Is that not a concern being right there along 100 North?
It's not. I wish it was, and it's not. Like, if people think that, oh, being up against the road's a bad thing, and every course I look at in Indiana goes along a road at some point. So it's not abnormal.
Obviously never been to McCulloch Park, played it.
You mean right on Broadway?
Right, yeah. Well, watch out for the fire truck.
Yep, hole 16, that's hilarious.
So
That was-
distance in the road, stuff like that.
Doesn't bother anybody.
They're
No,
flat.
We're used, it's an OB line.
drive
Don't
right on
go
over it.
Drive right over them, you know?
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of what it is. And if you're in the road, it was a bad throw anyway, so, you use roads as OB lines. Anything, basically like a pretty safe rule of thumb when, playing disc golf is on or over concrete is probably out of bounds. And that's the case 99% of the time. The road that goes through the park, the white line, also serves as an OB line on a couple holes. Doesn't really come into play much, but yeah, so as soon as I get this approved, I'm depositing a check, making an order, and asking where I should have the baskets delivered. And I'll work in the cold, I don't care. So, and I have a lot of volunteers that are also ready for that as well. So basically, I just need this approved, and I understand it won't necessarily happen at this meeting. Whoever I've got to meet up with, whatever, as long as it's not the 3rd through the 8th, because I'll be in Puerto Rico playing a disc golf course or a tournament. So yeah, any questions necessarily? So the green lines after 2 are like potential holes if something I can't get approved. Basically, they're like extras that I've looked through and thought on.
You wanna, have you looked at Beacon, or what did you use for the property line up there on the north and the northwest kind of corner? Have to be careful you don't get over into the golf course.
Correct. I did use
The property lines are a little weird up over there.
oh yeah, there's like.
It's mostly in the woods, but there is.
And I basically using Beacon, they were pretty close to the stakes. I just made it
I think
sure to
they
stay
are.
away from the stakes.
But, and if you, I would recommend going and talking to the people at the course and having them, at the golf course, and have them come out and see if they're okay with it and realizing where you are.
100%.
I think you'll be able to work with them pretty well.
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't even care if you cut that corner a lot, but
Right, that corner's not, that one's also not exact, because I
It's-
know.
I
Beacon kinda
realize-
cuts
yeah,
across, And I
yeah.
need to basically just shorten both of those orange lines a little bit, and I'm well within the property.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to tell when it's zoomed out that far exactly where the starts and stops are,
It
especially since it's
is.
mostly trees, like. there's not
it
a
is,
culvert
it is
anywhere.
mostly trees, you know, but
So-
that property line in the corner actually comes all the way to the road for a while.
Yep.
Or so we think. No one's really sure.
There, like you said, using Beacon, I actually used an app that's like, not necessarily Beacon, but it's also, it tells like public hunting.
Yeah, they have
properties.
one.
It's
Yeah.
very similar to,
Yeah.
it does the same thing as Beacon. I used it to find the easement on my own property.
Yeah.
But I used that to find that, and I think like it comes really close to those the ends of those two orange lines, like
It
the
does.
start of 6.
Yep.
There at the top. The numbers are at the start of the hole, so you're throwing away from the number if that helps a
Mhm.
little bit. But more or less it starts at the parking lot and goes counterclockwise. But yeah, up in hole 6 where that's circled, I more than understand that I probably honestly need to shift that whole orange line a little bit to the right.
Well, if,
That one I also walked with.
I know a lot of the golfers that play out there and them seeing somebody play through that area, they're gonna go, I didn't know that was out here, and you'll get them to.
Oh, yeah,
come
and
out and play.
obviously I don't want to build or pour concrete on their property clearly, so. I would double check with them as well on that before I actually dug anything, but I know at least the stopping points I know are well within your properties.
Yeah, they are. It looks like it. Yep.
And like I said, 9 and 10 aren't exact because those are really hard because it's super wooded over there. Those are the 2 that I need to go out and stand with my phone and GPS and go, I'm actually right here. That's all. So, the other ones are actually pretty stinking close to what they are, and I've walked.
Do you know who to talk to at the Saddle Club?
At the Saddle Club? I
Yeah.
do not. That was one of my questions. You can
Yeah,
get-
check with Liz and she can get you that information.
Okay. Absolutely.
Now,
That was.
now it'd
honestly,
probably be a
18
pretty
was my
good
big,
time to
like,
talk to them. They're not doing much out there right now. And
Totally. But that was one of those, like, that's the best way for me to get somebody back to the parking lot.
yeah,
Other than those 2 little green lines that are also potential holes, but I way prefer the way I have it written out after I've walked it 7 or 8 times now, I think. I've thrown it a couple times actually, so.
It's a lengthy course.
Mhm.
While I was out walking the course with him, I think my main goal was to make sure it wasn't too close to any of the monuments or basically anywhere where it kind of like disrespectful or and it didn't seem like anything. I think the closest one was like the gazebo, but that's yeah, it wasn't an issue. So
Right. I think the total length is right at 8,000 feet. Pretty close to that. Obviously there's some wiggle room on if I need to push things forward or back, depending on once I get out and kind of stare like, oh, I can't build here because there's roots or something, you know? Stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, it's a little 7 by 12 piece of concrete, a sign, and then where the basket goes is a bag of concrete. So, and that's just a fence post digger. So pretty easy on the construction side of things, honestly. And, where I'm at money wise right now, I think the total cost will be 16.5 and I am at 14 and I still have 9 holes left to sponsor. I think once I get baskets ordered and start to put in the ground, that'll get some public excitement back involved with it. And worst case scenario, I'll make my club fund the rest of it because I want this thing done. So we're doing pretty good up there. So
Do you still have the big expectations you did?
absolutely. I really do. And the more I talk about it, the more I talk to people, the more they're excited about it. Cause you're talking about length and it's like East Central Indiana doesn't have a difficult disc golf course. We have a bunch of like, if you had to put it in tiers, like we have a bunch of college level disc golf courses at best in this state. We have maybe 2 professional level ones. And this is, my goal is to be real close to professional level. And I don't know if you're here for the whole thing, but at one point I had one of the number 1 disc golf course designer in the world, like talking about being involved with it. And he was like, there's no reason that this property couldn't host something like that. So.
what local sponsors do you have so far?
So a couple families, like part of like sponsoring a hole is you have to dedicate the hole to a veteran.
Mhm.
And so I have a tax office up there in Middletown that has one. My family's donating one. I have 2 people from the Henry County Commission or Henry County people that donate the money.
Community Foundation.
Community Foundation.
Was Nancy Lewis one of them?
Yep, Nikki's one of them. She's got one. So it's honestly, and then the Veterans Museum is another one. And he's gonna be a huge asset to me when somebody comes up to me and says, well, I don't know a veteran. And I'm gonna go, well, we have books of veterans that we could put on it. So that's I think, like I said, I think I have 9 total, mostly families. So Which
And
is,
how much are you asking for sponsorship for the?
it's between, there's like tiers. It's like $400, $1,000, and then there's like a $1,500 one too. Just different levels. I could pull that back out.
Yeah.
But, that's kind of the gist of the money thing. And like I said, I'm so close. Like, at this point, it's silly for me to not get started and get going. Really, that was the goal, was once I get, it was like $9,000 to $10,000, I was gonna start ordering things to get, stuff rolling, really. And after my last post, I think I made a thank you post on we have a Facebook group page for the course. And it's like, hey, if you want to be involved with it or want to volunteer or whatever, this is the place to keep track of updates. And I made a post like thanking them for the grant. And that one, I have probably 3 dozen people that are excited to like come help and all that kind of stuff, just volunteer time. A lot of people excited for it. I know the Henry County Club is excited for it. This project is older than their club, but they've been doing some really great things since we helped them get started. So, yeah, so I just need to, basically, like I said, I just need to get more or less this approved by you guys and added on to the MOU real quick. And then I'm ready to order baskets and get started. So
What kind of timeline would you look at until people could actually start playing, getting out there?
So I'll have baskets in the ground before tee pads, but it'll be technically playable once baskets are in the ground, and things are cleaned up. But I would love to have it like done January, like April. I'd love to have it done by April.
Okay.
So like concrete pour January, for March, probably, once it starts to think about warming up. And then I want to do that all in like one full swing, just because it makes it so much easier to just have 2 awful work days versus 15 kind of bad work days. It's kind of how it works. And then I'll have each hole have a sign, and the signs will be done and designed by January, February. So basically, once I have the baskets in the ground, I'll get the signs started. So,
Do a kickoff event for it?
yep. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
And minimum, I'm gonna have like it playable to volunteers first, just as a thank you to them, kind of.
Right.
So soft opening type situation, but
Yeah.
Whatever, you feel free to hand those out to whoever also isn't here. I think I printed off a couple extras.
I don't know that we need to, I think we're all pretty well versed on the course,
Right,
short of those last 2 holes that you're talking about.
correct.
I don't know if there's any reason to kick this can down the road any further.
It was just like for the people who didn't make it. if
Yeah,
you're
I'm
curious.
confident Rita in September would support as well. So I would make a motion to approve the disc golf course as provided.
I'll second that. Yeah.
We have a motion and a second to approve the disc golf course development as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Chris.
Fantastic, thank you.
We're
very much,
excited.
guys.
Look forward to it.
Anybody else have anything? I think that's pretty much it.
New business?
Miss, would you, well, you're the kind of the public.
No, I'll wait for the public, I'm the public.
I think,
I'm just the council liaison, but what I have to say, I'm under council.
okay.
I'm also the public, so I have mine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, do that. Let's do that. And then I have one other thing, so. You weren't on here. I told you to call her and tell her, so
I
we
know,
wouldn't
I
forget
completely
to
forgot that.
bring that up, so.
Yeah. I forgot
But let
to
me
get
ask
that
one
added.
sec, Chris. Do you think you'd have something ready by April 4th? We have an event out there on the 4th.
Yeah, we have the Easter egg hunt.
That might be a good time to combine it, so that gives you a target date. You're gonna be getting people out there anyway, might as well.
Maybe get some butts out of seats, so that'd be great.
Yeah, maybe we can come up with some way to tie it into the, Easter egg hunt or something and play the course and find eggs. That'd be kind of cool. Just
Yeah,
spread them along the course somewhere and,
Like Easter eggs along the course itself
Yeah.
too.
yeah,
Find them while you play.
yeah. Maybe have some special eggs that they end up with a disc with the park name or something on it.
I'm gonna have a huge donation thing to, the company that I'm buying the baskets from, because I've facilitated buying like 6 courses worth of baskets from them. They're like, hey, As a thank you, when you place this order, we're gonna send like 60 free discs. You can do whatever you want.
Wow.
So, we'll figure out and incorporate that.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell Terry about his paper. Did you see it? Are you pleased?
Yes, very much so. Thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
All right.
Levi?
So I threw together a quick draft of what we hope to do for a newsletter for starting 2026. Kind of part of the media committee, but that's pretty much just me at this point. I need to bring some more people in on that. So this newsletter is going to be something that will go out hopefully either the first Monday or Tuesday of each month, and it'll broadcast what's going on in the park as far as projects, events coming up. I've talked with Helen with HC Rips about doing a kind of flora fauna spotlight of what's happening in the park, like what flowers to look out for, what birds, things like that. And so she's ecstatic about it. Sounds like she was excited to kind of get something to me for that each month or as I need it. And then I've also talked with the Courier Times, Travis Wick, on getting this in the paper as well. And so what he's told me, so they have like a partnership program where if you can find a company that is willing to sponsor that page, put their ad on that page, then you can put whatever you want in there as far as like nonprofits and government organizations can do what they want on there. So he told me just get together whatever sponsors we think there could be, and then they'll do the same and then send them to them and they'll contact sponsors and get pricing and all that and try and secure what we need. But as far as that goes, oh, and then also I do plan, so the center there, one side of the page is more broad information that people might want to know, events, projects. But then the other side will be more of the governmental type side, like on our board, who's on the board, what's happening on the board, what motions have been made, things like that. Both of those I plan to have posted to our Facebook page. Just get as much as we can out there. And then we've been working to try and develop the website a little bit more. So as that develops, there's going to be links to what projects we have on the website as well as if we can get our minutes on there and any direct funding opportunities through the website. Yeah, that's about what I have there. Any questions?
No, that's great. I'm glad to see it. I mean, that's what we were hoping for. That's what I was hoping for when
Yeah,
we talked about standing up the media committee. I would, as you think about the layout and everything, and being that it's a memorial park and definitely involves our veterans and others, look for a place. I know we're talking about like having something from Henry County Rips, but maybe you could have a small placeholder, whether it be a quote once a month or whatever from the Veterans Museum, let them
I like that. Yeah.
give them a
that
couple
sounds good.
lines to put something in there.
Yeah. Yeah, and once I switched over, I had it in a different format at first, and then I switched over, and that's why there's kind of a lot of empty space there.
It's exciting.
I'll be able
Thank
to add in more things and kind of get it more detailed out for the next meeting. I'll show you guys again before we get going in January.
That's awesome.
And then, oh, yeah.
The historical part of the park itself. People really are interested in that. Nancy Deach was good about getting me material that I could ask everybody in the world around me, nobody knew anything about it. And actually, John McGrady put together some great history of that park, which I have copies of. And that'd be kind of neat
Yeah,
Put a little-
absolutely.
thing in there about back 1919 when they started it, how it was done, and actually involved the Henry County commissioners and everybody, just like it is now. It's just a history repeating itself.
We have those meeting minutes from back
Okay.
then.
You were at some
Get
of those
on
early
there.
meetings?
Yeah, that would be great.
You were at
Absolutely.
some of those early meetings, Sheldon, 1919 or so?
There was a Simmons there.
I know there was.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
So I asked Levi if he had any responsibility.
Huh.
But no, there's a lot of history there that's really interesting, and you could tie in course, the reason it was started, Veterans of World War One, so you could tie that all together.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Just a little tidbit, and a lot of people are interested.
Thank you. Yeah, any input that you guys have on it over this next month or however long we have, let me know and I'll see what I can fit in there. And then just administrative wise, I plan to get this together at the end of each meeting, and then I'll probably get it sent over to Cade to kind of make the approval on it, because that'll be after our meeting. And then we'll get that posted.
Superintendent stamp of approval.
That's right.
That's great.
Thanks, Levi.
Space outlet.
That's right, yes.
I have one thing to query the board about potentially changing the meeting day for next year to the third, what did I say? Now I gotta look at
The
it.
third Tuesday.
The third Tuesday, wasn't it?
Third Tuesday
Yeah.
of each month.
That fits in a little closer to council and commissioners' meetings. So if we need to go to them, we don't have to wait a whole month or 3 weeks in order to get there if we need some quick action. So
A lot more than you think too.
yeah, it does. So if there's no objection, I bring it up now because we advertise that meeting all at one time for the whole year. And that has to be done by the end of December.
I do sporadically have meetings that third Tuesday, but I can make it work if it's best for the board.
Liz?
Yeah, I was gonna say it gets done as quick as my fingers can type it up for you.
Yeah,
so, And
yeah,
then submitted.
And I've already checked with everybody, other departments' schedules. So no matter where the meeting is, hopefully we won't be in here sometime after the first half of next year, but we don't know when we're gonna get back in the courthouse. So,
I prefer this location. I vote to keep it. Oh.
As
Well,
far-
I
No, I'm
mean,
supportive of the third Tuesday.
We probably could. It's up to the sheriff. Change the meeting next year to the third Tuesday.
As far as work sessions go, we always had that on the second Tuesday if it was needed. Would
Well,
that
we can have
change?
a work session whenever, so
Okay.
that's not, it was a regularly scheduled thing for a while, but once we have Cade, now it's like, no, we're not gonna do that stuff. It's Cade, so.
Sounds great. Yeah.
And that helped us get through, the work sessions helped us get through some big projects and so.
Yeah, yeah.
I think, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I don't
And we
think
can
it's
always
like a
consider
forecast.
those and we will have reason to have those again. There'll be something happen.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'd support the third Tuesday.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Ms. Plummer?
This is quick. I'll stand because if I had to sit and stand, eventually my hips would give it out. No, all I wanted to say, and I'm going to embarrass Cade, is I know you've been here, what, 3 months?
It seems like longer.
It seems like longer. In a good way,
Good
in a
thing.
good way, which means, in a good way, it seems longer in a good way that you've been here. Because I think you've stepped up to the plate. You came in, you've hit the ground running, and you've done a great job. And I just want to commend you publicly for the wonderful job that you were doing at the park. You're welcome.
I know there's things that I could be doing better, and I'm gonna continue to try and do those things. But I do appreciate that. Thank you, Bobby.
I'll second that emotion. Just yesterday in Kroger, I had a longtime friend come up to me and they live over in Raintree Heights. They are over there almost daily walking and they haven't done as much lately because one of them is had some recent surgery and she doesn't get along as well, but that's going to be part of her recovery. And they have complimented everybody on what's happened with how the park has come along. And I think they may have even met you somewhere probably. And if they're over there every day, it's probably somebody you saw. But they said that they thought it was great that we have somebody new over there and they've seen a lot of improvement. So.
Just curious, one last question. We've December 13th, I'm tracking. It's Christmas at the park. Everybody's tracking that, I'm sure. But the I don't believe we did we have a Christmas get together last year? Whether we did or not for the staff. Are we having one this year?
Oh, Christmas party?
Yeah, for the staff.
December 19th.
December 19th. Okay.
Yes. Did you not send them the text?
So, yeah, actually, that's on me. I'm sorry about that. So we were kind of that's fair. I get it. So, we were a little bit confused on how to do that just with the ruling of like not everybody not being able to be there, and I didn't want to like kick one of the board off of the dinner either.
I know the answer, but she'll tell you because.
Oh, okay.
As long as it's a social event,
Yeah.
it is not considered a quorum.
That's awesome.
December 19th at 6 PM, Smith Building.
Yes,
And bring a +1, and Kate is buying.
it's true.
One follow-up also, speaking of dates and times and everything, in your report, you talked about the Rosetown Christmas and the request to be able to have a premiere at
Yes.
that building.
Oh,
Really didn't
Well,
talk about that.
please
didn't get-
hold.
yeah.
Let me check my messages.
I know they have
because-
one scheduled already up in Muncie, but we encouraged them to have one local, since there are a lot of people that participated
Yes.
in the movie.
Please hold. Let me check my messages because, obviously I work at 9 PM.
Absolutely.
December 7th, Sunday, December 7th. And they said doors would open at 1 PM and movie at 2:30 PM.
At Civic.
No.
That would be at
They're
the Smith
requesting that
Building,
to be at the Smith
Oh,
Building.
there's the.
the Smith Building. So that would be a
They're doing
Sunday.
one in Muncie on the 5th. And,
Okay.
but I strongly encourage them to have one local in Henry County, since
Oh, yeah.
so many of the locations and participants. And there might even be a
And-
guest appearance by a veteran in the movie. I won't say who.
Oh, my gosh.
Um,
But that date is available.
Okay,
So,
December 7th.
mhm.
That
No,
was-
it wasn't the date that I.
They're shooting for 6 o'clock? Or did they request a time?
That was like 4, right?
Did I just say that? I just said that.
Did you say it?
I did. So the doors would open at 1 PM and the movie at 2:30 PM. And that would be Sunday, December 7th. But they were asking for an earlier time so they could come in and set up and everything. So
I think it's good local.
yeah.
They've actually gotten, they've actually gotten a lot more they've had 2 TV station interviews and 1 radio station interview about their movie and what they're doing, those kind of things. But yeah, they've done a lot. There's a lady, I'm trying to remember her name off the top of my head. I can't. She's a hairstylist for the Stars, has been doing it for like 40 years, something like that. Many years. She's taken care of Elvis. She's taken care of Jennifer Aniston, you name it. Lots of other celebrities. She's got a book, but she's participated. You got Kevin McNally from Pirates of the Caribbean that's done some voiceover. They're getting more and more participation as they go. It's growing. So I think it'd be a great event to support. So I would make a motion to allow them to use the Smith Building for that event.
I will let them know right now.
Okay, I
Sorry.
guess we have a motion and a second to allow the filming or the
The premiere.
showing of the movie on December 7th. And Liz is going to work on the timing on that.
That'd be great.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything to say? Well, I don't see anybody else. Motion to adjourn?
Motion, make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Not that we need it, but we're adjourned.
Good sign card.